show starts right now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking right now at 8 o'clock, the fourth suspect in an ambush murder of local rapper Julio Foolio has been arrested.
We do want to give an update to some breaking news that we have been following since overnight. We know a man named Rashad Murphy has been arrested.
And now to that major break in the shooting death of local rapper Foolio. JSO and Tampa police announcing 3 arrests and releasing new surveillance video of the night of his murder, showing armed men surrounding a Holiday Inn and eventually Foolio's car.
The music and beats heard in the music videos from Jacksonville rappers is slapping, leading to millions of people bumping the songs on YouTube and other streaming platforms. However, the rap music videos by local artists depicting real murders in Jacksonville are fueling fire in the community. Music videos give details about horrific crimes and the heartbroken mothers who are still waiting for arrests or trials for their sons' murders. Many people say the lyrics have gone too far. These are the details of what took place before, during, and after the capture of Rashad Murphy, aka Ghost, the killer of Julio Foolio. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said ATK, 1200, and KTA are 3 gangs behind the majority of the controversial music videos. And they aren't just rivals in music, they are enemies in the streets as well.
Yeah, Sheriff Waters says these arrests are huge for the community, getting known gang members off the streets. He says investigators are now going to be looking into the suspects' backgrounds to see what other crimes they could be connected to. But Sheriff Waters knows there is still more work to be done to curb gang violence and gang activity here in Jacksonville. He says JSO has a robust gang unit and there are plans to grow the gang unit. He also wants the community to know they are hyper-focused on people who are part of gangs or group criminal activity.
We don't normalize it and we don't accept it. We don't provide excuses for it. There's no excuse to harm someone. There's no excuse to victimize a person. So we're going to do everything that we can to, if it happens, put you in prison for the rest of your life.
At or around 12:30 p.m., the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, in collaboration with the U.S. Marshal Service, apprehended Rashad Murphy at an apartment complex in the Collins Road area. Rashad Murphy, aka Ghost, was wanted for his alleged involvement in the shooting death of Charles Jones, aka Julio Foolio, in Tampa last month.
And the kids, please, like, tell me stop recording this. I'm talking about the broadcast. Come right now.
Both Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy are cousins of Jacksonville rapper and rival gang member to Julio Foolio, J.B. Spaz, who was murdered as a result of the ongoing gang war.
Nigga tried to shoot me, hit a jet. Boy, you been a bitch.
Niggas dishing on my cousin, boy, that's suicide.
Niggas dishing on my cousin, boy, that's suicide.
It's the Oscar, my little cousin, where they motherfucking kids at? Did this. I'm with this.
It's the Oscar, my little cousin, where they motherfucking kids at?
Bitch, cousin died, he was a baby, and he got hit up in that crossfire.
Cousin died, he was a baby, and he got hit up in that crossfire.
The arrest operation, which included the JSO, Tampa Police, along with gang and SWAT units, surrounded an apartment that Rashad had taken refuge in. Nearby residents were evacuated for their own safety. Negotiators, supported by patrol units and the UAS unit, spent hours persuading Rashad, who had threatened his own life, to surrender. SWAT operators employed various tactics during the standoff, which ultimately led to Rashad surrendering. Ultimately, what led to Rashad's capture was his failure to stay away from social media. Rashad would take to a Reddit thread under an unassumed name, going back and forth with people in the comments. His demise would come after giving details of the murder that only someone that was involved could have known. It wouldn't be long before the IP address would be traced back to Rashad, leading to his arrest.
do want to give an update to some breaking news that we have been following since overnight. We know a man named Rashad Murphy has been arrested. He is one of 5 people wanted in connection to the murder of rapper Charles Jones, aka Julio Foolio. Now, we know 3 were arrested this weekend. There were still 2 out there. One of them, Rashad Murphy, the other, Davion Murphy, who apparently is his cousin. So we do have the sheriff here with us today. Also, community engagement executive, my former co-anchor, Vic Michelucci. So the timing on this is pretty good for you to be able to give us more information. So we have some new video where we actually saw the arrest. Someone also sent us some video where we can hear the police saying, Rashad, we know you're in there. You have said that you're not going to tolerate any foolishness, that you want the streets to be safe. So this is a big arrest for you this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. The big thing about it is these are 5 people that live in our community that can no longer harm anyone else, which is very, very important. That's what we strive for, right? We strive for the peace and safety of our communities. And I think this is a big event for us because these, as we go further, we're going to look into their lives and see what they've been up to completely. And I'm sure we'll be able to turn up some things that show us that we have the right people in custody to make sure that we keep them in custody and stop them from causing trouble on our streets.
Right, you said 5. There's one more out there.
That's
you believe
correct.
You're closing in on him as well?
Yes.
All right, so Davion, if you're
Shouldn't
watching.
be very long. Just
you
turn
don't
yourself
believe-
in. The
Yeah.
best thing, what I would say is turn yourself in. That way we can do this without incident, without any issues. We've been successful in doing that so far.
Right.
Everyone's been brought into custody safely, and that's our ultimate goal, right, to bring them in safely. So I would suggest that you turn yourself in and come to Jacksonville, come to JSO headquarters and turn yourself in and let us have a discussion.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear those officers. They're like, Rashad, we know you're in there.
Yeah.
Just come out. You know, they're really pleading for a good outcome with the arrest, and that appears to have happened. So thank you for updating on this.
Rashad, who was a fugitive from justice after allegedly being a part of a retaliatory gang murder that took the life of Julio Foolio in Tampa upon his extradition, will be the 4th individual arrested in connection with the case.
The mother of a Jacksonville rapper who was killed in Tampa condemns the violence that led to her son's death. Good evening, I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. The artist, whose real name is Charles Jones, was gunned down in June outside a hotel across from the USF campus. This evening, arrests have been made. We are also seeing dramatic new video of what happened that night. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur joins us now live from the Tampa Police Department with the very latest. Georgia.
Keith and Jen, Charles Jones' mother drove here today from Jacksonville with a plea to end the violence surrounding her son's death. She told me watching the video was hard, but Tampa police say the video proves the suspects drove here to Tampa with murder on their minds.
I'm very relieved.
Fans knew him as Julio Foolio, but to his mother, Sandricus Mays, he was simply her son, Charles Jones. On June 23rd, police believe Jones was trying to get a room at the Holiday Inn Hotel after he was kicked out of an Airbnb while celebrating his 26th birthday. Dramatic video captures the moment Jones was ambushed inside his car by 3 suspects.
It did look like a movie. It was planned out. And I'm just happy that I finally get a little relief that these guys have been caught.
Today, Tampa police announced the arrest of 3 suspects connected with Jones' murder. They believe they are members of rival Jacksonville gangs that came together to plan and carry out the murder in Tampa.
Tampa is not where you want to come to settle a dispute.
As for Jones' mother, she has a message too.
My son has been rapping since 8 years old. Charles have more music than drill music. Charles has different type of music, but the fans, that's what they glorify. That's what they like. That's what they make go viral.
But Mays says she never glorified the violence.
Please don't say that it comes from home, because it doesn't come from home at all. I'm a nurse. I have helped many people in my city with careers. Charles' sister got her master's in education.
The 4th suspect in an ambush murder of local rapper Julio Foolio has been arrested.
Another arrest in the death of a rap artist known as Julio Foolio.
Yeah, and the sheriff did confirm that
police did make arrest, and now the fourth suspect involved in the Julio Foolio shooting death. So I want to show you this new video that JSO released. It shows the overnight standoff at Collins Preserve Apartments between I-295 and College Road. Officers confirmed just a few minutes ago that they arrested Rashad Murphy, again, the fourth person arrested in Julio Foolio's shooting death. They believe there's 5 people involved in this death. Now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshal Service tracked Murphy to that apartment complex, off Collins Road, where they arrested him. Now, we were there earlier. We do know that Murphy was wanted for murder in Tampa in regards to this death. They are still searching for that 5th person that they believe is involved. As of now, we know that all 4 suspects that have been arrested, police say, have been linked to gang affiliations in the area. Now, prior to this arrest, we do know that Rashad Murphy was facing, or is facing rather, first-degree murder charges, among other things. Police say it was Rashad Murphy and another man who fired shots at the rapper the night he was killed. Now, again, we just got this information. We're going to continue to follow this, but we do know, we did hear the sheriff say on the morning show that he hopes that that 5th person just turns themselves in. So once we continue to follow this case and find out more information, we, of course, will bring that to you on air and online. For now, I'm reporting live. Brianna Andrews, Channel 4, the local station.
A little more than a month ago, a group of individuals with the goal of premeditated murder traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa to commit a heinous crime in our city. I said at that time that we would make arrests and get justice in this case for all the victims, including the mother of Charles Jones, who traveled from Jacksonville this morning to be present for this announcement. Today I stand before Tampa Police Major Pat Messmer, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters, and Hillsborough State Attorney Susie Lopez to announce the arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio. Today's announcement would not be possible without the outstanding investigative work of our homicide detectives and with the assistance of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the ATF. These individuals took extreme measures to try to cover their actions, but they were no match for our investigators. Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashad Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death and are all charged with 1 count of murder in the 1st degree, premeditated, with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the 1st degree, premeditated, with the discharge of a firearm. Chance, Andrews, and Gaithright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville.